Hey everyone, how are you this afternoon? Beautiful day like today. It's an amazing day, so all the power to you. I'm learning now that it's better that I actually do video posts than it is for me to actually text what I feel, because I don't think that people will actually read through everything I have to say. And what I want to say today is, again, with regards to the post that has been posted on Facebook with regards to the fact that Malta is one of the most obese countries, that people are the most obese, they're the most lazy, and you know, they are showing obviously images of people depicting, you know, obesity and fat, and you know, unfortunately this is very, very true. But let's not get to an extreme reality here. The truth of the matter is that the world is obese. So, I mean, we can point out Malta easily enough. You can walk down the street at any point in time and you are going to see fat people everywhere. But you can walk down the street in any country and you're going to see fat people everywhere. And that's just the way things have gone. My objection or my comment with regards to this post is this. I personally am sick and tired of these articles being posted and shown when in fact they're nothing but fluff. It raises questions, it brings to people's minds that there are issues in our current state of living with our health and our wellness. It brings up issues of, you know, our health system and what's really going on. It talks about monies being spent to, you know, to treat people that are ill and all of these things. And there's a host of comments and facts and statistics that are always, you know, being thrown out. The problem is that behind that whole smoke screen, which is really what I would call, you know, sorry for the word here, bullshit. The fact of the matter is that if anyone is really paying attention, this is not an issue that is about to get fixed anytime soon, and it is not an issue that is in anyone's best interest. And when I say anyone, I mean those that stand to make a huge amount of money from those who are ill, those who are sick, those who are struggling to find a new lease on life when it comes to health, when it comes to getting off of medications, when it comes to anything that has to do with bettering ourselves. There is a huge amount of money in this industry. And this goes all the way to the top to pharmaceutical companies who make massive amount of money worldwide on the illnesses and sicknesses and the ignorance of people. So as much as articles are being put out there and saying these are what our problems are, as much as we are being made aware of the fact that people are fat and obese, there is absolutely nothing out there truly that is providing education. Now, it's true, there are lots of things out there that are providing information on, you know, what you could do to try to better your health and your wellness, which of course, if you are again paying attention, you know that these things just do not work. How do you know that? Just go walk outside. Go look at the people that are walking on the streets today and tell me what you're seeing. This is what you're going to see. You're going to see that the majority of people between 25 and 50-year-old are all fat. You're going to look at the kids between 25 and under, and you're going to see that a high percentage of them are fat. And then you're going to be looking at the percentages of those from about 60 to say 80 years old, and you're not going to see a lot of them, but you are going to see them, and they're going to be fat. The reason why you don't see a lot of them is because they're already dead, because their hearts and their bodies have basically given up on them because of the illnesses and the sicknesses that have been brought about by the simple fact that obesity kills. It's just not obesity that kills, it's ignorance that kills, because obesity comes from ignorance. Because people think that by dieting you're going to lose weight and fat and get healthy, which is absolutely not true, because most people that lose weight don't lose any fat whatsoever. You do the yo-yo effect, up and down, and you're not getting any healthier. As a matter of fact, you're getting unhealthier. It doesn't make any sense to lose weight when the weight that you're losing is coming from valuable nutrients and minerals and water and muscle, when in fact all you're doing is storing fat consistently anyway and getting fatter through life. 98% of people that diet only get fatter throughout the course of their life. So what does this tell you about dieting? It tells you that the education, well, it's not education, it tells you that the information that is being provided is wrong. And why would it be wrong? Why are we being fed wrong information? Well, it's quite simple, to be honest. Wrong information provides the wrong outcome. But the wrong outcome is after the fact of you spending your money, investing your time in things that do not and will not work. You can go to the doctor, any doctor in any country, Canada, United States, I really don't care where you go. This is not a issue that is, restricted to the Maltese Islands. This is an issue that is relevant in the entire world. You can go to any doctor in any country and you can say to them, well, I'm not happy, I'm not healthy, I feel I can't breathe, and whatever the case is, and the doctor's going to say something like, listen, if you're not careful, you're going to wind up with big, huge issues in your life. Go home and lose weight. The person's going to say to themselves, I've been doing that for the last 20 years, trying to lose weight. I don't seem to be able to manage very well. I don't seem to be motivated. I don't know what to do. I mean, obviously, whatever I do works for a while, and then here I am, worse off than ever before. And the doctor will come up with some kind of answer like, well, just, do something, lose weight. What a ridiculous statement that is. How to tell someone to go out to get healthy by losing weight, which is so non-specific. It's non-specific to lose weight because it doesn't mean anything. I mean, from a stupid example, let's cut off your legs and I guarantee you will have lost anywhere between 20 to 30 kilos. Will that make you healthier? Of course it will not make you healthier because you have just lost weight, but you have not lost what it is that is making you unhealthy. Weight is irrelevant. You can weigh 120 kilos, but be full of more muscle and more water and good bone density and very little fat and be very, very healthy. Or you can weigh 40 kilos and be flabby and soft and scrunchy and blah like this, flabby and all of that, be very unhappy in your body because your body fat percent is high, and this is running the risk of causing you illnesses and sicknesses. The bottom line is this: when they keep pushing this information out, it registers in your mind like, oh, I need to do something. But then what do you do? What are you supposed to do? What do you know to do? You don't know to do nothing. The only thing you know to do is to go somewhere to somebody to help you to lose weight. Look around you. The world is selling weight loss. Everything is about weight loss pills, weight loss powders, weight loss machines, weight loss this. We can liposuction, we can suck it out, we can pull it out, we can burn it off, we can laser it off, we can take pills to get it off, we can massage it off, we can hypnotize you to get it off. We can do everything that works, and yet in reality, there is nothing that works. Pay attention. Wake up, okay? Wake up. The moment you were born, you were put on a road, let's call it a highway, a very long stretch of road that is going to take you from your start of your life to the end of your life. And on that road, when you're traveling that road, on the side of the roads are all of these businesses. And you know what they're there for? To take your money. They are there to provide you a means to help you to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Unfortunately, all the way down the road, there's all these businesses taking from you your entire life, taking. And as you progress down the road, you're getting more unhealthy, more sick, more frustrated, more upset, more nervous, more frustrated, more depressed, more anxious. You're not happier. You're worse off in every aspect. The only thing that's gaining on you is the fact that your waistband is growing and your shirt sizes are growing, and your health is getting worse. This is called business. When you live in a monetary society, which means that we have to survive by making money, everything is for sale, which means right away, if it's for sale, it's suspect. Now, education does cost. Education. I mean, ask a doctor. They paid lots of money to become a doctor. Ask a lawyer. They paid lots of money to become a lawyer. But once you've paid for education, you pay for it once and you never have to pay again. So here, understand this. Whoever has a driver's license, I don't care when you got that license, when you were 16, 18, 20, you would have paid somebody for a course of time. The course could have been 4 months, 6 months, 1 year, whatever it cost you. Whatever it cost in money, that is the cost of doing business. But whatever it costs you, once you learned how to drive and you got that pass, you have never since that time ever gone back and said, hey, listen, I need to learn how to drive again. Why? Because you're educated. But when it comes to health and wellness and all the issues that we're hearing about every single day, you're constantly asking, what do I do? What do I do? How do I do it? Somebody help me. There is no answers that are made available because the whole system is corrupt. It's corrupted because there is trillions and trillions of dollars on the table because of your health. All right? Heart disease, stroke, diabetes and cancer. The top 4 killers worldwide are caused by nutrition-related and fat. Wasn't like that 100 years ago. So as advanced in our technology as we are worse now than ever before. It's time to wake up. It really is time to wake up. If you are going to go out there right now and you want to make a difference, if you feel that you need to have a difference in your life, don't just go ask anyone. You can go ask anyone on the street who doesn't even live in this country how to get somewhere. And if they don't know where they are, how are they going to be able to direct you where you're going? Doesn't that make sense? You need to know what you're doing. Everyone is unique. Don't listen to the lies anymore. They're all lies. All the information when it comes to health and wellness is general information. It is lies. It's garbage. It's wrong. It's not true because nobody is the same. Nobody eats the same. No one needs the same. No one's body chemistry works the same. Not everyone thinks the same. Not everyone has the same life. Not everyone has the same experiences. Not everyone has the same motivation or the same encouragement. Not everyone has the same family upbringing. No one's the same. No one has the same weight, the same bone structure, the same amount of muscle, the same amount of fat, the same amount of water. No one requires the same thing. Or if that was the case, we would all be one. And we're not. We're all different. We're unique. We have one fingerprint. And we have 7 billion people on the face of the earth. So that means there's 7 billion differences, which means human beings are unique. So forget buying a book, which is going to tell you how to do it. Eat right for your blood type. Great example. All right, 1 out of 1,000, it will work for 1 out of 1,000. So if 1 million people buy the book and 1%, 1 out of 1,000 will be successful, you have 10,000 people who have done that diet and have succeeded. Now, marketing is very impressive. If you take those 10,000 people who have succeeded and you write a book about those 10,000 people, everyone who now reads that book, if it's 10 million, will say, oh my God, 10,000 people, look at them all. This really works, as if it works. 1 out of 1,000 it works for. That means that 999 out of 1,000 failed. Failed, okay? That is why there's so many fat people walking the face of the earth, because it's failing. Our system fails you. It's not your fault. You're ignorant. It means you have never been taught. You've never been shown how, and you should have been shown how as a child. You think that governments and the powers that be are going to change this? As if. There's way too much money in this business for them. Full stop, end of story, that's it. I have watched articles come up. I have responded back to those people that have written the articles. I have shared my case. I have shared my points, and not one of them have ever got back to me. Not one. Why? Because they don't want to do nothing about it. Yes, you can start initiatives. Yes, we can start a campaign which lasts for 6 months and that's the end of it. As if. If you're going to change people, it's not an initiative. It is a complete restructuring of education. It starts as children. Education is the key. They wrote it in the article, education. But who's going to provide that education? I mean, how can the educators provide the education when they themselves are not educated? They're not educated in the system because they wouldn't be educated in the system because the system goes way to the very, very top. Where is the top? Well, who stands to make the most amount of money? Who makes the money in this world when it comes to all of these health issues? Who makes it all? Who makes the most amount of money? Think about it. Well, I don't know, let's go to the very top. Pharmaceutical corporations. That's who. They are the most powerful organizations in the world. They make money on all of these things. So in fact, if they are thinking, well, how do we make money? Well, we make money if everyone is sick, inevitably. We want everyone, like, you know, like you're herding sheep into a corral. You put them all, they're all out there like this, and you push them all into a small little path, and you run them down that path into one area. Hospitals, health clinics, doctors, money, prescriptions, money, money, money. You go to Africa, they will be asking you for money. Please send us money for our kids, because these kids, they don't have any food and they need medication. Pharmaceutical companies make the most amount of money. So it would not benefit them to teach children from a very early age the right information so that these children never grow up sick, never grow up fat, never grow up taking pills or powders or diets or doing any of those things. It doesn't benefit them at all. As a matter of fact, they're already saying that the world is so full with 7 billion people that we need to start reducing the amount of people because we don't have enough energy to provide for 7 billion people. So this is now what? Human cleansing. We need to start getting rid of people. So how would we do that if we're going to make everyone who lives healthier? Because if we're healthier, we could stand to live to be 150 years old. Our bodies are capable of doing so. But because of stress, bad nutrition, bad air, toxic food, sprayed with chemicals, sprayed this, antibiotics and this and that and all this, no one's going to live to be 150 years, that's for sure. It's impossible now. All right? Education is the key. If you care about your life, if you care about your children's lives, if you care about the generation that's coming up behind you, you need to start making a difference. Now, how you're going to do that, I'm sorry to tell you this, but this is my opinion, and I'm pretty damn sure straight that I'm right on this. There is going to be no change to this unless there is more money in the change. All right? Case in point, to give you the example, we will continue to drive cars that take oil and gas as long as there's money for those oil and gas companies. But once they start to realize there's more money in electric or gas or hydrogen, fossil fuels will be out of the way. But right now, it's not going to happen because all the money is in oil. Okay. So until they find another way of getting people healthy and costing them more money to do so, this is what you're going to see. So you're not going to get away from it. So you yourself, when you see these articles and you see these things, first of all, understand it's you. It's your responsibility. It is your job to get educated. It is your job to learn. Don't just go to anyone. Don't just go to someone who's talking, because most people don't have a clue what they're talking about. They will say whatever they have to say to make money, but they do not know what they're talking about. Okay? So that's that. All right? And don't get misled by this either. The most educated and most decorated people don't always have the right information either. Honesty is a funny thing, and education's funny as well. You can be taught a lie from the universities, teach that lie, and propagate that lie, and you will force that lie into other people's homes, and those people will grow up believing in lies, but they don't realize it's a lie, and neither do the people teaching the lies, because they were lied to. So you see, when lies start from the top, sometimes it's very, very difficult for us to know what is and what isn't true. But when it comes to health and wellness, it's very, very simple. The world is fat, the world is obese, it's not changing, and there's a huge amount of money being made on this. Money's going out left, right, and center, and so now you know what the problem is. If you want to change it, you need to change it within yourself. You need to learn how to get educated for yourself, and quite frankly, there is a principle on how to do this. There is a simple formula on how to do this, and that is called individuality, and you need to learn about yourself, and that's something that has to happen. If anyone wants to have a conversation about this, anyone wants to have me come up on a show or discuss this, you want to come and interview me, you want to get me into the position of sharing this on an international level, by all means do that. I've been speaking this language for 31 years, okay? I've seen more successes in my own hands by teaching the education than I've seen others who are not teaching education, okay? That's my rant, all right? Listen to it a few times over. Hopefully it makes sense to you.